Einstein didn't just change physics, he changed how we think. And the mental models he used, the frameworks that shaped his revolutionary insights, have nothing to do with being a genius. They're just tools, simple, powerful tools that anyone can learn. Today, I'm going to show you 3 mental models Einstein used constantly. 3 ways of thinking that transformed him from a struggled patent clerk into the most influential scientist of the 20th century. And here's the best part. You can start using them today, right now, on the problems you're actually facing. By the end of this video, you'll see the world differently. I guarantee it. Let's rewire your brain. Einstein's greatest insight wasn't E equals mc squared. It was this. There is no privileged perspective. Every viewpoint is valid. Truth is what remains constant when you shift between perspectives. Most people get stuck because they see problems from only one angle, usually their own. Einstein trained himself to deliberately shift perspectives, to see the same situation from multiple reference frames. Here's how he did it. When developing special relativity, Einstein imagined the same event, a flash of light, from different perspectives. From someone standing still, from someone moving at constant velocity, from someone on a train, from someone on the platform watching the train. And he discovered something shocking. People in different reference frames don't just see things differently, they experience different realities. Even that are simultaneous for one observer aren't simultaneous for another. Time itself is relative to your perspective. But here's why this matters for you. Every conflict, every misunderstanding, every impossible problem you face exists because you're stuck in one reference frame. Let me give you a practical example. You're frustrated with a coworker who never responds to emails quickly enough. From your perspective, they're lazy and inconsiderate. That's your reference frame. Now shift perspectives from their reference frame. They're overwhelmed with projects. They prioritize differently, and they think your requests aren't as urgent as you think they are. Notice what happens. The problem doesn't disappear, but it transforms. It's no longer they're a bad person. It's we have misaligned priorities and communication styles. Einstein's exercise. Take your biggest problem right now. Write down how you see it. Then write down how 3 other people involved see it. Your boss, your partner, your competitor. Force yourself into their reference frame. What do they see that you don't? The answer that works across all reference frames, it's the truth. That's where the solution lives. Einstein once said, "Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler." This wasn't just a nice quote. This was his operating system. Most people think complexity equals sophistication. More variables, more factors, more nuance. That must mean better understanding, right? Einstein knew the opposite was true. Real understanding means stripping away everything that doesn't matter until only the essential remains. E equals mc squared is 3 symbols, 3. And it describes the relationship between mass and energy in the entire universe. But getting to those 3 symbols took Einstein 10 years of brutal intellectual labor. He had to ask constantly, what can I remove? What's decoration and what's foundation? What changes the outcome and what's just noise? So here's the key insight. Complexity is easy, simplicity is hard. Because simplicity requires you to understand something so deeply that you know what's essential and what's not. Let me show you how to apply this. Think about a goal you're trying to achieve. Maybe starting a business, getting in shape, learning a skill. Now write down everything you think you need to do. Your list probably has dozens of items. Research this, network with that, buy this equipment, learn these techniques. Einstein would look at your list and ask, what's the one thing? If you could only do one thing, what would move you forward? Most people fail not because they do the wrong things, but because they do too many similar things. They dilute their focus. They mistake activity for progress. Einstein's exercise. Take your goal. Now ask, if I had only 1 hour per day to work on this, what would I focus on? That's probably the essential thing. Everything else might be helpful, but not necessary. Cut it. Keep cutting until it hurts, until you're scared, you're removing too much. That's when you're getting close to the essential core. The paradox is this: by doing less, you achieve more, because you're doing the thing that actually matters. Einstein's most powerful tool was the thought experiment. Not lab experiments, not mathematics, imagination. What would I see if I rode on a beam of light? This absurd question, this act of radical imagination, led directly to special relativity. Einstein made the abstract concrete. He turned impossible to visualize concept into scenarios he could see, feel, and explore. Most people think thought experiments are for physics. They're not. They're for anyone trying to understand cause and effect, test assumptions, or predict outcomes before committing resources. Here's the structure of good thought experiment. Step 1. Make it concrete. Don't think abstractly about market conditions. Imagine a specific customer walking into your store. What do they see? What do they feel? What makes them buy or leave? Step number 2. Push it to extremes. Einstein didn't imagine moving fast. He imagined moving at the speed of light. Extremes reveal principles that are hidden in normal conditions. What if you had infinite budget? What if you had zero budget? What if you had 1 day to launch? What if you had 10 years? Step number 3. Run it forward and backward. Imagine your project succeeding beyond all expectations. Now ask, what had to be true for that to happen? Then imagine it failing catastrophically. What had to be true for that to happen? Both directions reveal hidden assumptions. Let me give you a concrete example. You're deciding whether to quit your job and start a business. Don't just make pro-con lists. Run thought experiments. Thought experiment number 1. It's 5 years from now. Your business failed. You're back at a job you hate, with depleted savings and regret. As you look back, what was the most likely cause of failure? Not bad luck, the specific mistake you made or reality you ignored. Thought experiment number 2. It's 5 years from now. Your business succeeded beyond your wildest dreams. You're financially free, fulfilled, and excited every morning. What had to happen in year 1 for this to be possible? What specific actions created this trajectory? Notice what these thought experiments do. They force you to confront reality before reality forces you to confront it. They reveal your hidden assumptions. They show you the critical path versus the busy work. Einstein's exercise. Take a decision you're facing. Create 2 thought experiments. One where things go incredibly well and where they go terribly wrong. In each scenario, work backward to identify what caused that outcome. The patterns you see across both scenarios, those are the variables that actually matter. So here's what makes these mental models powerful. They stack. you can use them together. Take a problem. First, apply relativity of perspective. See it from multiple viewpoints. Then apply the simplicity principle. Strip away everything that doesn't matter across all perspectives. Finally, use thought experiments to test your simplified solution before implementing it. This is exactly how Einstein worked. It's not magic, it's not genius, it's disciplined thinking using the right frameworks. Let me show you a real example. When Einstein was developing general relativity, he was stuck. The math was impossibly complex. Then he shifted perspectives. Instead of thinking about gravity as a force, he imagined it as curved spacetime. That simplification revealed the essential principle. Then he ran further experiments, imagining elevators in space, people in free fall, to test if his simplification explained real phenomena. The result? The most elegant theory of gravity ever created. Not because Einstein was smarter than everyone else, but because he used better thinking tools. These three models are just the beginning. Einstein used at least 7 major mental frameworks consistently throughout his life, and I've completed all of them into a free guide. Think like Einstein, 7 mental models for clear thinking. Inside, you'll get the complete framework for each mental model, specific exercises you can do today, real-world examples from Einstein's life, templates for applying each model to your decisions. You don't need to be a physicist to think like one. You just need the right tools. Click the link in the description to download your free guide. And here's my challenge. Pick one mental model. Use it on one real problem this week. Just one. See what happens when you deliberately shift your perspective, simplify ruthlessly, or run a thought experiment. I promise you, your thinking will never be the same. Einstein didn't have a higher IQ than you. Studies suggest his brain was actually quite normal, structurally at least. What he had was better thinking tools, mental models that let him see what others missed. Relativity of perspective teaches you that truth exists across viewpoints, not without one. The simplicity principle teaches you that real understanding means knowing what to ignore. Thought experiment thinking teaches you to test ideas in your mind before testing them in reality. These aren't just intellectual exercises, they're practical tools that change you, how you make decisions, solve problems, and see the world. The question is, will you use them? Download the free guide. Try one model this week and watch how your thinking transforms. If this video changed how you approach problems, subscribe to Einstein's Mind. We're building a community of people who think differently, who use the mental models of history's greatest minds to navigate modern challenges. Until next time, think clearly, think simply, think like Einstein. The guide is waiting for you in the description. Go and get it.